Oh, we heard it. Heard it here first. Kelsey is nervous.
I am nervous.
Already.
Mm-hmm.
Nervous already. Not a good start to the show.
Get
these tweets out.
Get them out. Get them out right now.
All right. Some shares. Some of this, some of that.
Some of this, some of that.
Had to make sure. Look at that. We already got
Hello,
Andre chiming in. All right. We are live. I am Walsh. That is Kelsey. Kelsey.
Hello.
Flyers pregame. We're back. We had a busy weekend, which is why we were not here on Saturday. If you didn't pay attention, you know now. Well, you should have already have been watching.
Walsh sucks at betting.
Okay, first off, that's enough. There's no need. There's no need to start the show with that. Okay, absolutely no need. No need at all. KMS, don't encourage her. We had the Branded Sports Viget Challenge on Saturday. I may or may not have done well. You can check the footage to find out. But no, I did not do well. Yes, Fade Walsh is in full effect. We just stay tuned with the hashtag Fade Walsh because we're rolling with it at this point. It was an ugly day for me on Saturday. Great time, first off. Great time with everyone.
I was going to say, how was it? How was everyone meeting everyone in person?
It was a great time. Joe is old, as expected.
Yikes.
Apparently, I have already known KMS's wife.
Wait,
that
can
was
you give me
spoiler
the story? How did this even come up in conversation? Were you
apparently was already at the house? Okay, so her KMS's father-in-law walks downstairs, introducing. I'm at the Pac-Man machine. I've already given up on my bets at this point. This is about 4:00, so we're about 4 hours in. I had already given up on my bets because I had already lost everything. It was a rough day in the Viget app for me.
Rough day.
So I'm over there playing Pac-Man. I hear him come downstairs. He's saying hello to everyone, introducing. And I'm at the Pac-Man machine to turn around. I'm like, hey. And I'm like, oh, my God, this dude looks super familiar. I was like, I know him. Tells me his name. And I'm like, we know each other. And he's like, you do look familiar. And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you know my aunt, my uncle. And he's like, oh, my God. I know exactly who you are. And we were just caught up. And he's like, you've been here before. And I was like, it's definitely a possibility, but I just had no recollection of it at all. But yeah, ended up, I was there probably about 20 years ago. So that's probably why I don't remember it. Just little me.
Baby Walsh.
Baby Walsh, yeah, running around like a madman. But no, it was just really funny and just had no idea. Just
that's
completely.
Actually so funny. I
had no idea.
KMS made a comment. I'm like, I need to know the backstory of this. Did Walsh have deja vu? He was like, I was in here before. I rode that horse,
nope.
Something. I'm like, how did this conversation even occur? But that's actually so funny. So everyone's really cool.
Oh yeah, everyone's pretty cool.
I feel like you got to experience one of your bromances with Eddie. So how was that?
Yes. Hanging out with Eddie was great. It's fantastic. We need to get him to move down here. Simple as that. Me and Drew from Design Tree had the bar cam rolling all day long. Drew ended up being the winner. If you watched, not even part of Branded, but it happens.
I feel like every time that I clicked on, because I was hopping on and off all day, it was literally you and him at the bar. Or
we were holding it down.
It was. I did see the meme that's been happening everywhere, but I did see Aiden sitting there in the living room by himself, and I'm like, why is he literally by himself? Where is everyone? And then I see people in the background, so I'm like, oh okay, obviously. But I thought that was funny. But it seems like it was a really good time. I'm glad Jake by accident tweeted the wrong link, and me and Allie were cool enough to even join for a little bit.
Able to hop in. It was entertaining for sure. But yeah, a lot of fun. Obviously, not the result that I wanted.
Mhm.
Not coming away with the $500, a little disappointing. But overall, great time. Can't wait till we can do some more stuff of that. You can go check out it's still pinned on the Branded Sports Twitter if you want to go watch the replay. Aiden was a walking meme. I mean, that guy was electric all day long by just being by himself and way too frequently. Not even sure how it happened, but it was just like
he was just there.
But him being by himself, he was the smartest one because at the bar there was only one TV that we're watching, and he's sitting in there watching 3 games at once. So it was, I mean, he played it smart and just happened to be the the meme. But yeah, overall good time. Obviously not the result that I wanted, but looking forward to the next Branded Sports event with hopefully everyone being able to attend. We got to get Shabby out here. We got to get Mac down. Just got to get the entire crew together.
Everyone.
And this was the outcome pretty much of the weekend. Fade Walsh. The gambling aspect of me is just bad. It's just not getting better. So we're just going to roll with it. I'll still tweet out picks, still give you picks, which is obviously take the opposite at this point because I'm cold, ice cold.
Right. So you shouldn't actually roll with Walsh. Maybe just see what he's choosing and then just
go the other way.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Kelsey and Allie did steal the day. Kelsey was made a meme as well. Or a GIF.
No, listen.
It's incredible.
What was his name? I don't even remember his name. Yep,
Drew.
Drew. He made a comment. I forget what even he said. And I just remember being like, oh my God. What? And he was so loud. I don't know if it was just he was near a microphone or he just has a really loud mouth. But I feel like every time I turned on, I just heard his voice. And I'm
so the microphone was right next to us at the bar. So I think that's kind of why, and he's got a pretty deep voice. So it was just kind of combination to that, but great guy. Shout out Drew. I mean, him stealing the show, I think in my eyes at the bar cam. I mean, we were just holding it down in there. He had a good point about Eddie not originally being in the competition. So there was some controversy, but if you can go back, watch the entire day. It was just electric. Like I said, can't wait for the next one. But we are here. We'll finally get to the real reason we're here. The Flyers. Notice I didn't say that with much excitement because that's where this team is right now. The Flyers. The Philadelphia Flyers.
I feel
neither of us. Go ahead.
I feel like I'm the meme right now where it's gritty and he's standing in fire in the background. He's happy, but at the same time, we're going on a downhill real fast and it's scary.
Now, due to the Viget challenge, I was unable to watch the game pretty much. I mean, I left before right around 7:00 is when I headed out, but I was going and doing other things. So headed out to meet out with some friends. By the time I got out and the game was on TV, it was already 4-1. And I had no interest in even just continuing to watch. So I don't have much to say about Saturday's game because I didn't really see it. However, I saw one highlight. One highlight that I saw.
I think you saw.
Nate and I have no words. If that's how the game went from the one highlight that I'm talking about, Nate Prosser's behind the net and he just completely turns it over right in front of, I believe Carter Hart was in net. And it's a 2-0, literally right in front of Carter Hart, and the Islanders score. If that's how the game was, then I am not shocked by the results at all. And just by watching that highlight, there's no way anything can be blamed on the Flyers goaltending this season.
Yeah.
It's just not possible anymore.
I agree.
Because that was probably the worst defensive play I've ever seen in my life.
And it's you should not ever have a turnover like that to start with. And you literally left your goalie hanging. There was no one there to even help out. And I think I feel bad. And that just messes with a goalie's confidence to start with. And a simple turnover. And yes, it's unfortunate that it happened. But I'm it probably plays a toll on them mentally. And it's not his fault completely. There was literally no one there.
No, it's got to be super frustrating because you're paid to stop the pucks, but when you have guys like, from what I saw and what I read, Nate Prosser had a very rough game. Thankfully, he's not in the lineup tonight. But the one play that I saw is just like, you can't blame anything on the goaltending at this point. When the defense is as bad as it is, it's so hard to just say, like, you can expect your goalie to be good and you're expecting your goalies to save everything, which I get. But at the same time, it's you got to realize what's happening in front of them.
They're expecting
this team's
Carter
bad
Hart
right now
to be God at this point, and he cannot make every single save. Yes, that's his job, but that he cannot make that many saves. Come on. And there's just no help. I personally thought you were going to talk about the highlight that I saw, which was Oscar fighting.
The fight. The one guy on the team that showed fight.
And
one guy
he shouldn't be fighting just because he's not fully back 100% himself. And I saw it and I was like, this is not happening. This is not real. What is going on?
If that doesn't wake them up to be like, hey, figure it out, boys. One guy that never really fights to begin with is coming back from cancer and he's out there, you know what, screw this. I need to do something for this team. Wake the guys up. I need to do something. And if that doesn't just make something click in their heads, I don't know what is at this point. I really don't. I'm at a loss right now. Nothing. They're not doing anything right is what it feels like. And they can't put together a 60-minute game. And the worst part about it is that in a normal year, you could go through a stretch like this where you could come out and still be in decent shape to make the playoffs.
Right.
You're playing your division every night. It's a 4-point game every night and you're losing these key games and you're running out of time. You are running out of time. You're sitting, what is it? Let's take a look here. They're, I believe, 6 points out of a playoff spot right now.
Yeah,
no, 3 points out of the playoff spot.
They're in 5th, so they're right there. Only 4 teams are moving on. So they need to figure something out at this point.
Yeah, and I mean, they have games in hand still, which is nice. It's nice to have games in hand, but the problem is they're not winning these games. They're at 29 games played as of right now. The Penguins are at 32, the Islanders are at 32, and the Capitals are at 31. So you're 3 games behind everybody else, essentially, with only 3 points out of a playoff spot. That's great. However, Boston's now on a COVID pause, and they're only at 28 games played. And they're the team you're trying to catch.
Right.
Then it's also a team you haven't beat at all this year.
Yes, correct.
It's just, you got to figure it out. They have to figure it out, and it has to happen now. There's no excuses. And now, once again, because of their COVID shutdown, they're now getting into these back-to-back situations. They got a game tonight against the Islanders. They play tomorrow against the Devils. That's what I think is also slowing this team down, because you can lose these games, and then sometimes in a normal year, you'll have 2 days off. You'll be able to practice. You'll be able to, fix some issues. You don't have that right now.
Right.
You're playing a game tonight, and you got to go play a game again tomorrow. The only good thing that we're getting out of tonight is that Carter Hart's not even suiting up, which means he was able to get in some extra work with a goaltending coach this afternoon, which is hopefully good. Maybe it'll help him a little bit for tomorrow's game. The Devils, I don't think, are as strong as the Islanders, but the Devils haven't been bad this year. The Devils have been up and coming. They've had really good games, and obviously they've had really bad games, but it's just something's got to give here with the Flyers, and it needs to happen pretty much this week. It is a big week because you got the Islanders tonight, Devils tomorrow, Rangers Thursday, Rangers Saturday, and then next week things you get an easy 2 games hopefully against Buffalo next Monday and Wednesday. If you can come away this week, hopefully, which they played us tough the couple times we played them this year already, so nothing's a guarantee. If you can come away out of these next 4 games 3-1, I'm feeling a little more confident. They lose tonight, lose again tomorrow. It's at this point, I don't want Chuck Fletcher trading anybody. The only thing I want him doing is trading for draft picks at this point, depending on how this week goes, because you're not gonna. It makes zero sense to give up, a first round draft pick, maybe a prospect or two, to go out and get Matthias Ekholm when you're going to have to protect him at the expansion draft, and you may not even make the playoffs.
Right. And I feel like at that point, there's no point. Like, if you're not going to be in the playoff run, you should not be going after a big name.
Yeah, there's no reason to. We'll see what happens tonight. Like I said, I can't really go based off Saturday's game because I didn't see anything of it. I saw one highlight from Nate Prosser and was annoyed enough to where I felt like I would have watched the entire thing. Sean Couturier looks like he is going to give it a go tonight, which is good to hear. He was a late scratch Saturday with a lower body injury. Had an MRI, I believe, yesterday or earlier today. He's dealing with a hip injury, but I had a blog out earlier today about it. I'd rather him at 50% right now than him not in the lineup.
Yeah, I agree.
Because defensively, we're already bad. Without him, it's just going to be 10 times worse. And I know he's played most of the year, but still just having him in the lineup is enough to make me feel a little more confident. Like, okay, well, I at least know he's solid for the most part. So Brian Elliott and net, one of your favorites, Alex Lyon, backing up. Hopefully, again, we don't see him tonight. But who knows at this rate? Things have been going.
I tweeted at you earlier because it's like a girl and she's like, and I'm like, as much as like I want Elliott to do good and I need him to do good, there's like that slim hope that if things go bad, then I'm like, I get to see my man in action. And this is like the first time like this whole year. So I'm like, oh. So, but I'm praying Elliott is good. He's fine. I like seeing Alex on the bench. So I'm like, hey, too bad. Like I wasn't down there next to the bench. But it's fine.
Oh man. I know you were
Alex Lyon.
You were disappointed to be at the Phantoms game the other night and not see him.
Yes, but I ended up seeing a very good game, and Phantoms are like on fire. I was like, oh my god, they blew a 3-1 lead, and I'm like, here we go.
Just like the Flyers.
Literally at the Flyers game right now, and then the Penguins went ahead, and so it was 4-3, and then finally they tied it up, and they were on a power play with like I think the last minute. I think the last minute of play, they went on a power play. And I'm like, oh my God, they were so close to scoring, but ended up going into overtime. But every time they go into overtime, they end up winning. And they did win. Tanner Lizinski, is that how I pronounce it? Yeah. So he
Close.
had his, his name's Tanner. He had his first 2 goals. So he scored his first goal earlier in the game. And then he scored the overtime goal. And that was his second of the season. So pretty excited. I feel like Wade Allison is like his like little BFF because he like soared to him and was like celebrating more than he was when he scored. So that was exciting. I got to see Tyson Forster, who he scored. Zayd Wisdom, he is a beast. Like, oh my gosh, I'm excited for when he ever comes up to the Flyers. A force to be reckoned with for sure. Wade Allison, he scored. So the prospects were good. Like,
so the future's still bright.
Yes. Very impressed. And I didn't really see like a lot of the older guys that I've seen before there because they were mostly scratches. So it was most of the young guys playing, but they pulled out a win. Scott Gordon, I was like, you go, sir. Great coach. I like him.
Former Flyers coach, interim coach after they finally fired Dave Haxtell. It took forever to do, but they did it finally, and we're not bringing his name up. Those who shall not be named.
Shall not be named.
Although it is starting to feel reminiscent of that era right now, and I don't like it one bit. I thought we were past it. We're not, apparently. we need to figure this out because I can't. I just can't anymore. I'm losing my mind. I just want this team to be consistently good. Please, that's all I ask. For the love of God.
And I saw a thing on Twitter, I think it was a poll, and someone was like, do you think that the Flyers should get rid of AV? And I was like, absolutely not. And whoever's voting yes, you need to go somewhere else with your fan base because that is total BS. That should not even be a thought right now. It needs to come from the higher ups, and we need defense. So.
Yeah, like credit to AV because he's at least trying to do something different every night when like he's switching the lines up. He's putting different pairings out there. He's switching goalies. He's doing what he can with what he has to work with, and it's just not working. It sucks. And I mean, I know the coach is always the one. What's the no? At this point, this stuff has been happening with this core group of players for too long. It's not the coach,
right?
So either you make a splash by trading a big name, or you go out and you acquire help to make this team better. Something's got to give. It's got to happen soon. But we take a look at the lines tonight. JVR, Coots, Farabee, that line has been the most consistent line so far this season. Those three have been bringing it pretty much every night. Then you got Lawton, Hayes, Konechny, Lindblom, Drew, Voracek, Raffle, Patrick, and Knack. As for the defense, Ghost is going to be paired with Provorov. You got Sanheim and Braun, Gustafsson and Myers. We'll see what happens. That's where I'm at right now. I mean, doesn't matter. I mean, there's a chance that Raffle and Coots may still be out. We'll see what happens. One of them may be out. But I think both of them.
They showed Raffle up for warm-ups, so.
Okay. So, yeah, barring anything crazy, any late minute scratches here, those are going to be the lines. Ilya Sorokin's going to be in net for the Islanders, and it's actually the first time that he has started back-to-back games for the Islanders all year long. Who knows if that's good or bad. Flyers have Brian Elliott in net. Kels, hit me with some predictions. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking 3-2. I'm not sure about who's winning. I'm not gonna say.
So Kelsey's taking the Islanders.
But I feel like Ghost is going to make an impact coming back into the lineup. He was on fire for a little bit, and then he got cold, and then got taken out. So I want to say he's going to do something. I'm going to say JVR. And I feel like Oscar, he's been like making little impacts, and I kind of feel like this is going to be a night for him to really shine.
Okay. All right. So. I don't hate those predictions. I'm not making any. That's where I'm not touching it. I'm staying away from it. I am going to just watch the game.
Smart. I feel like it's kind of smart for you.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm not picking a winner. I'm not picking a loser. I just hope both teams have fun.
Oh my God.
I may not even watch the game. I'm just going to watch March Madness. That's a lie. That's flat out lie. There's zero chance.
I highly doubt that's going to happen.
Zero chance that unless I am unable to, like I was on Saturday night, and if I'm unable to watch the game, and don't get me wrong, I was out. I was at the bar Saturday night, and it was on TV, but I mean, it was already 4-1 at that point, and my focus wasn't fully there. So right. No, I didn't watch as much of it as I could have, but it was on the TV near me. I'll be watching tonight, but I'm not making any predictions because I'm not doing it. The team's almost broken me. We're almost at that point. Yeah. They've almost broken me.
Almost there.
It's getting close. I don't like it.
Yeah.
But about 10 minutes till puck drop. Hopefully they figure it out. I just want to be good, man. I just want to. No. I'm not giving you my Flyers play for the night. I'm not doing it. Whoever is on the Brandon Sports account, I'm staying away from the game Fade Walsh is not affecting the Flyers tonight. I will not say anything about it. I'm keeping my mouth shut. Maybe I may bet on it. I'm not going to say I'm not going to bet on it, but
you're not going to announce.
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. It's not happening. I'm not doing it. I'll give you another pick. We'll toss out another March Madness pick. That's what I'll do for the fans out there watching. I'll give them something. Just a little teaser. If you guys want to win money, go the opposite of this. I love Michigan -4 against LSU tonight. So take that for what it's worth.
Can we make a comment though? I know nothing about March Madness, and I normally just go off of cheerleading teams, but since there was no nationals or anything going on, I just picked by whatever team.
Don't lie. You follow the Corgi picks.
No, I didn't. I should have. I feel like I would have been in better.
He's actually the Corgi has been pretty good.
I'm tied for 23rd. I feel like I'm pretty good.
In what? Who? Hold on. Wait a minute. Who says tied for 23rd and that's good?
Me.
You're not even in the top. You're not even in the top 20.
I don't care. I'm right there, and the guy that I'm tied with.
You're not right there. You're 23rd.
The guy that I'm tied with, he had Illinois, and that's not happening. So I feel like I can be moved up. I'm moving up. I'm on my way.
You have Gonzaga winning. Okay, let's take a look. We're gonna go through Kelsey's bracket. You already got Iowa. You already got Iowa wrong today.
Yeah. Well, didn't everyone? So don't give me that.
I don't know about everyone. There's definitely some people that didn't. Oh, you had Texas going pretty far. How many Final Four teams do you have left? Let's take a look. Oh, you had Illinois. You have 2 Final Four teams left. You're screwed. You're screwed. Drew chiming in on the movement. Fade Walsh.
See, you can't give me crap when you are horrible to start with.
Michigan -4. If you stayed tuned in this long, fine. I'll give you my Flyers pick. Kevin Hayes scores a goal tonight.
Ooh.
Kevin Hayes back on track.
Which, did you see the new labels for Hazy?
I did. I gotta pick me up some of those.
Yeah. You're gonna get me some.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. I gotta say, it's been hard to find. It has not been easy to find.
It's only down at the brewery.
No, I was able to find it at my local beer store before.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, see,
granted, I haven't been going as frequently. Because I don't really drink during the week anymore.
You're not. You're cutting back. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I am. It's usually one day a weekend. Usually Saturday is the go-to drinking day. We'll see how much longer that lasts. But the way the Flyers are playing, my God,
this might just be going down.
I might be having to go back to a case a night or something. I don't know to watch this team. But yeah, I think Kevin Hayes actually scores a goal tonight. That is one of my picks. I'm not saying anything else about the game because I mentally I can't put that on myself to jinx this Flyers team. I just can't do it.
And that's not
Drew says he hasn't seen the Hazies and distributors since the playoffs. Yeah, that sounds about right then.
You gotta go down.
Probably when I had it last. So hopefully they're back in stock soon because I would like to have some of them. Hopefully we're able to drink them come playoff time when the Flyers are going to be in the playoffs. Let's hope. But puck drop about 10 minutes away still. I said 10 minutes last time, but it's whatever. It's the same thing. Same 10 minutes, now. 15 minutes. Flyers, Islanders, 7:00. Go watch. We'll be live tweeting during the game. Which one of us will it be? It will be.
Is it gonna be me?
Let's hope. Yeah, let's leave it up to you tonight.
Okay. So you can follow along on Gender Thread as I will be tweeting.
I will be watching intently, hopefully not crying by what happens, hopefully celebrating, hopefully yelling in a good way. But we'll see. We'll probably be back tomorrow. Flyers, Devils. So just follow us on Twitter, Follow me at Keith_Walsh18, hashtag Fade Walsh. Follow Kelsey at What Kelsey's New. Follow the show at Ginger_Thread. And that'll do it for us. Make sure you follow Branded Sports as well at Branded_Sports. We will see you guys tomorrow.